A mini projector at a mini price. With HDR, screencast function and 1080p resolution, Xming's Q1 Special Edition seems to be one of the best value portable projectors out there right now. But is it really that good? Let's inspect. Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. Nice to meet you. I'm Michael. And today, as part of the Fresh Tech Inspections, we want to try out this Xming Q1 portable projector, which is not entirely portable due to the fact you always need a power source to be connected to this projector in order to operate. But if we put this aside, it has pretty cool design, has rather good optics with 1080p output and some really interesting features which all come at a price tag below $200. So the real question is whether this is worth the money. Xming already have two other variations of this projector, a Q1 Pro Edition and the regular Q1. Now, this is the SE, which mainly has a better price. It resembles the design of the Q1, however, without the battery inbuilt. Competition, although pretty limited in terms of variety in this price niche, it's quite obvious the OneBo T2 Max is there, which I never had the pleasure to try out myself, but have seen some impressive reviews about. Having a chance to choose among different products is a great privilege, especially knowing that here we talk about a sub-$200 projector with LED lamp. The Q1 SE arrives in this box, well protected and well packed, seems to be made of recycled cardboard. Inside here's the projector, the charger, the remote control, and of course some user menus to get you quickly on track. At the first sight, it feels good to the touch, although if you try hard, there are going to be some crackling noises out of the plastic. Here's the focus knob, which feels a little sturdy. Notice the big lamp on the front and quite a unique cooling system. Reminds me a little of the Xiaomi Smart Projector 2 that I've shown you a little while ago. So build quality is okay-ish and design is just alright. So how about the specs? 1080p is the projecting resolution, 150 ANSI lumen equivalent brightness, up to 120 inches projected screen, 800:1 contrast ratio, 2 inbuilt speakers, 3 watts each, Wi-Fi option and screencast function, and a few connectivity ports including HDMI, USB and 3.5mm headphone jack. Spec-wise, this projector leaves a lot of room for criticism. First of all, they call it portable, but I would disagree because obviously you do need to keep it connected to a power source. Secondly, in terms of power, 150 ANSI lumen, yeah, it's gonna make your eyes being irritated, but if we put it side by side with the Nebula capsule, which, yes, costs about twice more, but honestly puts it to shame with its much smaller optics and seems to be a little brighter. Thirdly, there is no operating system built in, meaning that, well, it does the basics, but if you think about adding some extra apps or probably trying to play YouTube, that's gonna be a little bit more complicated. In terms of operation and setup, things are pretty straightforward. After you power on the projector, it takes only a few seconds until it's operation ready. The lack of Android or similar operating system pays off by taking care of just only a few things, mostly basics. At the top, you're gonna see the main sections, options to connect to a Wi-Fi network, features to play video files, music or text files. I guess this last option is mostly useful for presentations. Quite unfortunately, I was unable to find a detailed list with all the supported formats, so let's hope that you can play most of the popular out of them. I've tried playing back H.265 encoded videos. Well, that's a miss, sadly. One of the most useful features, at least in my opinion, is the screencast feature, which is supported for both iPhones and Android devices. I've tried it with both Android 11 and 12 and surprisingly the connection worked even without having to connect the projector to the Wi-Fi, which is good. And responsiveness and refresh rates are both bearable. You can well scroll and preview images from the phone to the big screen. Everything you do on the phone will be visible on the projector side. Playing some video files is also an option and works well. Looks like in the past few months I just got too used to be running Android in most of the devices at home, and given the fact here we have a very basic operating system, I do feel limited about what it can do. But there is a cure which is going to add kind of $50 on top of the price you pay for the projector, and that would be utilizing such a small TV stick. It's the Realme TV Stick 4K. Special about it is that it's a super small microcomputer running Android TV, or as they call it now, Google TV. So everything we have to do is to connect this via HDMI, and nicely we happen to have an HDMI input port on the projector, so connecting here, we need some power input to the TV stick, power input for the projector, and all of a sudden we have a smart LED projector running Android TV. Now the storage has good contrast, colors are adjustable, which is very nice, picture is sharp, you can make it sharper of course using the menus, not ideal for gaming due to the latency added and the limited refresh rate. One thing to note is that I barely notice any difference between 70 and 100% of the brightness adjustment. Still, in that format and with proper lighting, it's excellent for projecting movies, you're going to get this cool, nice feeling. Well, in order to expand the audio experience, I couldn't find a Bluetooth menu in the settings, so that's a bit limiting. You can't wirelessly connect a soundbar via the Bluetooth protocol, for instance. Since we did mention sounds, let me now show you how the speaker actually works. During music playback, at the maximum volume and maximum brightness, this is the power consumption drawn by the projector. It gets warm, as it is expected for most of these devices. The cooling system is quite effective and not that noisy, but if it is near your ears, you're going to definitely notice it. So, good, capable, and although basic, it is nice to use. But how about the drawbacks? No smart operating system, no Bluetooth support, not truly portable due to the power input cable, not very bright, the lack of keystone correction, and not much better, if at all, than the alternatives in this class. So if that was the only sub-$200 device with this kind of characteristics, that was about to be an easy choice, but the fact that we have one bow with smarter operating system, a bit brighter optics, and probably some features that others would appreciate a bit more, I think it makes it difficult to justify the Xming Q1 SE. Not that it's bad, it's actually a very good projector, it's just that some of the older portable projectors could be a better choice. But if you have enjoyed the performance so far, and if you really like to have something basic and non-smart, that would totally nail it. Still, in terms of portability, I believe this is what we can call portable. The Nebula Capsule, well, yeah, you can see a lot different in terms of size. The Coca-Cola can. So that's been everything about today's Xming's Q1 SE projector review. Do you like it? Or do you not like it? Let me know, comment below, or anything you have to share in that regard is more than welcome. As usual, all the gear that we have inspected throughout this episode is linked in the video description. And I don't know, just make sure to enjoy life, stay healthy, stay fit, and hope to see you back very, very soon. Have a great day. Bye.